Okay, I'm going to talk about the Society of Friends, which is also known as the Quakers. That's the most common name for them. The Society of Friends was a religious group, but they were almost completely opposite of any other religious group at the time, like the Roman Catholics or anything, because they believed in one individual more than the community. They believed in an inner light, which was the communication from the soul, from one individual, from the soul of Christ himself. Um, the Society of Friends was founded by George Fox in the 1600s. They were a Christian sect founded by George Fox. They were a Protestant Christian tradition and were formed in England. By 1660, the Society of Friends had 20,000 converts, and missionaries were popping up in Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and the American colonies. For the leaders of the Quakers or the Society of Friends, elders were selected to oversee and watch over the ministry, and then more overseers were elected to make provisions for the poor and to secure the education for the children. Education was big for the Quakers, and most children were educated. Um, a lot of things were forbidden in the society for the Quakers. They forbid music and theater, dancing and cards because of the profanity of those things in the community. And they had to wear plain clothes, no stripes, nothing. They couldn't wear, like, women couldn't wear feathers or frills on their clothes because it was too profane in that community. If you didn't marry inside the community, then you were banished from the society because you were supposed to marry within their beliefs. And they would banish you, you wouldn't be able to talk to them, they wouldn't talk to you, you would be gone. The religion of this religious group of the Quakers was very different from all the others. They believed in an inner light, which is the communication directly to the individual soul by Christ. Um, Once the followers started following John Fox, they um, they refused to attend Anglican services and or pay tithes for any Anglican service. The Quakers were the first religious group to denounce slavery. They were very much against it, and nobody else had ever denounced it or made it clear that they were above slavery and very against it. The Society of Friends, or the Quakers, they migrated to the U.S. with William Penn in 1681. Since then, the society has become a bit more Protestant. They have meetings with preachers, just like a Protestant service would be, unlike they used to have silent services where no one would talk above them. They were all together as one. Um, People think that they're the same as Amish or Puritans, but they're not. Their religious beliefs are different from that. And the Quakers were against slavery, as I said. They let it be known that they were the first religious group to do so. They were very much against it, and no one else had ever been that much against slavery or let it be known that they were. They did let go of some of their beliefs as the time went on, like banishing the ones who didn't marry within the society. They let that go so that it wasn't so much, that it wasn't so different from all the other religions and so strict. That's the word, strict. It wasn't as strict on their beliefs and people could marry whom they wanted, but it was still looked down upon, but they just weren't banished. And that's a lot to say about the Quakers or the Society of Friends, which most people don't know what the Society of Friends were. I didn't know that until I researched it, that they are the Quakers. So